My name is Caleb Dunhams, fourth year UCLA student, Cerritos alumni.
Hello, my name is Micah Northless, Cal State Long Beach alumni, Cerritos alumni, former thrower, and happy to be here.
We're going to be introducing the Cerritos College Falcon Gala, where this is an alumni event. There's a lot of things to celebrate with past Cerritos College student athletes, the coaches, the community, the relationships that we built. Really looking forward to what this can grow into. This right here is the back end of a brainstorming session. But Caleb, can you go over kind of how this, at least from your perspective, how this all came about?
Yeah, really with Cerritos, I feel like after I transferred from Cerritos, there's a few people I will keep in touch with. Like me and Michael will hang around all the time. But generally, it felt more difficult to find a reason to connect and be together with the community. So upon several events, I thought it would be a really good idea. Well, several events and several experiences, I thought it would be a really good idea to give ourselves a reason to come together, but also to give flowers to those that we're around or we go to frequently or we're not able to stop and celebrate.
So, and from your perspective, like how did this come about? How this thought permeate for you?
My time at Cerritos was really family oriented. The team that we had at Cerritos for the years that we had it felt like a family. And with my teammates who had been there longer and my teammates who were there after me, their experiences were very similar. It was a family. But once you leave Cerritos, you're at UCLA. I'm at Cal State Long Beach. We have teammates at UCI, up at Stanislaus. Everybody just kind of goes and does their own thing. And it becomes a time where, or there comes a time where we want to bring everybody back together and kind of reminisce on that family aspect that I know that multiple generations of Cerritos student athletes have. And so this is an opportunity for us to, like you said, give flowers to those who are deserving of flowers, but to also just bring back those alumni and give them a chance and an opportunity to hang out and enjoy each other's company once again.
Yeah, because how I also look at it is, everybody goes off and it's like your kids grow up, right? And they get their own lives. And I try to check in, like I really try, especially ones that I do have tabs on. I'll try to send out texts and just touch base, but it's hard just because then you get a new batch of 100 different personalities you got to manage. So some of the thought processes that I remember, and you can let me know if I'm wrong, is that we're looking at some level of like recognition. So like, what are some alumni that we recognize for doing, whether it's good in community, good in business, whether they're succeeding in another aspect of life. So a level of like recognition and like an award system of that kind, paying homage to like coaches and things like that. So giving athletes an opportunity to maybe reflect on their experience with particular coaches and, like you said, give them their flowers. But anything else that kind of sticks out from, our previous conversations that we should be doing or implementing at our first ever gala?
The thing that comes to my mind is giving alumni who are in different, career paths, opportunities to network and to expand their career paths, and kind of as like almost a venue for them to have like almost like a pop-up type of thing. Like if there's a certain student athlete who maybe is a barber saying, hey, come with cards and come ready to share your experience as a barber and see as like a networking opportunity. Or if there's somebody who makes buttons, come ready to make some buttons and pass out stuff like that. Just be ready to connect with other people, not only in your experience as a student athlete, but now with your experiences in the real world or with your career and stuff like that.
Yeah, with what I think of it, for a lot of what I do, I think of it outside of the networking aspects of it. I mean, if I'm talking to someone in class, I'm not thinking about if they're gonna be the next Bill Gates. And me and Micah, the first time we ever like hung out together was when we were on our way to Sacramento. Someone stole my seat. We were forced to sit next to each other. So on the way there, on the drive there, we were just forced to talk and learn about each other because we're two lanky young men, our knees hitting against each other as a bus jumps. But as time went on, Mike and I became closer, and we realized we had a lot of shared interests and experiences. Like we'll go to concerts, we'll work on projects together, and I kind of wanted to bring that also with this event, seeing that a lot of our community is in the ways that we don't really help each other. So I want to give people a reason, an incentive to come and do this thing on an annual basis, on a relatively frequent basis, so they can see each other, talk to each other, and have that sense of community. Because I think that with wherever stage we are in life, that helps us out a ton. So I kind of want to bring that there, however that feels for us. Mainly that feeling above all else.
Yeah. Again, this is a brainstorming session for the Cerritos College Alumni Gala. And this is just an opportunity, again, just to share the experiences and opportunities that past Falcons have had, especially in the cross-country track and field program. When you were talking right now, Caleb, about you being able to connect with Micah, what's interesting and just something that just popped in my head is that it's something very obvious. In our sport of track and field, the throwers hang out with the throwers, the sprinters with the sprinters, and very seldom is there crossover, right? Unless they're forced together. But what's interesting is when everybody goes off in their career paths, like a distance person and a thrower both might get into insurance, and they don't even know it.
Yeah.
Right? They probably don't even have each other on social media or even recognize each other's names. So I think, again, this is just another great opportunity to emphasize the networking, because there's so many amazing alumni from our track and field and cross country program. Like, you guys are great representatives of young men that are blossoming into some amazing avenues, and I know are going to do great things and make a big impact in community and represent what we are all about very well. But there's people that are already established in, whether it's in the field of medicine. Like, imagine being a young Caleb and like, I think I want to be in medicine. Well, boom, come talk to, athlete XYZ, and now you're getting perspective. Now it's like you have something to connect over. You'd be like, what was Coach Jones talking about, right? Like, you can always connect over those things. But like, I see it as a great opportunity for networking. Some things that you think we should have in there. I brought up awards. I know you mentioned avenues to maybe in the registration process have them ask questions so we can partner individuals and groups up a little bit more strategically. Anything else in terms of the preparation and kind of the outline of the event that comes to mind? Because I remember we were talking, like, what did you like?
One time Jones had us go to this event, this like Black Student Union event, and there was an engineer there who was an aerospace engineer.
It was February motion event.
Yeah. It was the aerospace engineer who worked for like Northrop Grumman, and he was like designing all these crazy planes. And afterwards, we had an opportunity to go speak with him and just kind of have that conversation and kind of network, but really just seeing him talk and then going up and asking him questions. So then there's always that idea where if maybe we do have somebody who's really far, like really advanced in their career in medicine, or really advanced in their career in whatever field, giving them an opportunity to speak in front of everybody and having like almost like little mini speeches, or I don't want to say presentations, but opportunities for people who have advanced in a specific field or have maybe come across multiple opportunities and can share some opportunities, giving them an opportunity to speak in front of everybody, or a chance to speak in front of everybody.
So what does that look like? Like maybe from the award system, that's when we have that individual then speak on their experience.
Yeah. So like, let's say we're doing this 10 years from now, and I'm just this amazing doctor of physical therapy. And maybe I can go up and say, okay,
This is what I did. This is my story.
this is what I did. This is my story. This is how I got from Cerritos College to the position I'm in now. And because I'm in this position now, here's an award for whoever else I think could be good to fit, my shoes. And then that individual person is handing out an award.
I like that. So, well, no, make it like that. Yeah, that passing down.
Yeah.
And so make sure you network because that person is going to be part of the award selection committee.
Yeah.
And then they're going to help identify. Ooh, look at that. See? Did you think of that before you got in here, or did that just come off the top?
Just being around this, being in this environment, ideas flow.
Yes. No, I love it. I love it. How about you, Caleb? Anything that you think we maybe are missing? Because I like it. So I got to make sure we note this. AI is going to help me keep these notes too. Is that, yes, I love this inaugural one, we'll select a few different areas and individuals. Those individuals will come, hopefully, right? Fingers crossed. That's another thing. We're going to talk about cost and that barrier of entry or whatever. But then they are going to be the recipients or the selection committee for the next year's recipients.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think something that I think of that I think will be able to stand the test of time is how we use media in it. Because let's say we start posting today and we're 3 months out. We can't really end in January. We'd have to somehow be able to develop this network and make it consistent. I think with that, connecting it is that we use it as a platform for the alumni and the current students to share their stories. So it's less of the brand itself is going to be focused around the event. It's going to be like a Coachella, but Coachella still is able to post, and the individual artists for Coachella are able to post when Coachella isn't there.
Yeah.
They can reflect, or it could be a quote someone said. So if we're able to centralize or focus on the media aspect of it, we'll be able to still continue to do it and have that community. And let's say Micah is that doctor in 10 years, and he's doing something, he can make a post, and it's a collaborative post with the Gala's Instagram account or social media accounts. And so that brand is still living.
Yep.
So although that the event might be a annual thing, we can still look forward to the event in June.
Yep.
And we'll be able to continue to look forward and circulate it. Because then it'll kind of run itself.
Okay, we're recording, so I don't have to write it down. All right.
But, Gary Vee said document, don't create.
Yeah.
So if we're able to just get as much footage for the event while we're at the event, and then we can circulate it. And so let's say Micah wins this award. Micah can just send you the photo, or whoever's running the Instagram the photo. You guys can post it up. This is part of the... He just won this award here, now he's winning this award here.
Yeah.
It's like what Camp Flognon, the music festival, does. Is once they announce the lineup for the 6 months leading up to the event, they'll post photos and videos of the artists that are going to be there. So if we know, you're going to be back, 6 months in advance, we can post some cool stuff that you're doing, knowing that you're going to be back at that gala, and other people can enjoy that process 6 months in advance.
Yeah, no, I love it. So we're just recapping that is because where I went, what really got me excited is create a Cerritos College track and field and cross country alumni account, right? Headline event being the gala, right? And then we use that platform for the connections and because at first, what I was thinking when you were talking was band app. I was like, oh, get everybody on the band app and then they could just da-da-da-da-da. No, it's that's dead weight. It needs to be living media. We need to have opportunities to kind of filter that in. And I have 10 other ideas on that. So.
And having it on an Instagram account means that people will stumble across it. If you have to be intentional. It's let me go onto the band. But if it's
don't knock band out, man. That's my jam.
But if it's on Instagram,
my life.
they'll just be scrolling and be like, oh yeah, there's this event.
Yeah.
Hit them where they're not expecting it.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
And that's the big thing also, because what I also see is that I feel like it's kind of representative of Facebook in church. You go to church, and someone's gonna see, oh wow, I saw that your auntie just started doing hair, and now you're spending 15 minutes talking about how she's doing hair, and it could be that that's the next client, or they could just repost it and they support it. So now it's the I don't know what it's called, but there's a word for relationships where you don't know you have a relationship with someone, like you're a fan of something. People can be fans of the account or supporting from. They can live in Arkansas and they can support someone that they know, or even someone that they don't know. It could be something inspirational they're saying. And now that we have this platform for it, so it's kind of like the Grammys or an award ceremony. I may not like a particular award, or I might love this show, but I might tune into the Grammys because I know this person might win.
Yep.
Or I might tune into the Emmys because it's like the Bear didn't win. I love the Bear right now. The Bear didn't win, but now I'm going to see what won in that category. And now that this brand of general interest can continue to tie me in, and now plug everyone. They'll give everyone opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
The person doing hair, the person making buttons, or someone interested in getting into medicine, and now they can continue to tap into this thing that they know Michael will be there, but it's another thing.
Yeah, because I always find out about a lot of this stuff late. Like some former student athletes might have like events, like fundraisers that they're heavily into, and like it's like, oh, you were at that? I should have went to that. Like,
Yeah.
But now we can preempt the invitation and the general call out too. So no, that's going to be exciting. So next thing, like cost. Or like, do we make it free and we just go not low budget, but have what we would consider like minimal investment? I know you brought up the potential donation system of ticketing, like you can pay, but you don't have to. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I like the proud to pay method. Nipsey Hussle did it. I think he had the option of people paying $100 for one of his first albums, and people bought it, and that had him go above break even. And Lil Russell's doing it now, where some people are paying $1,000 for tickets to his shows because they see the value. And how I can imagine it is, let's say me and Micah can only pay $2-3 to go to this event. We go for the next 2 years, we pay $2-3. The next year we can pay $25. In the year following that, we're graduated, we're in our careers, $50. So it'll be a low barrier of entry. I think maybe like having a minimum cost for that will allow us, like we can kind of have a quota to hit, so we can cover these costs if we need to do whatever else. Of course, minimal cost. But I think having that will also give people a little bit of community buy-in, rather than smacking them with a $50 fee or $25 fee, and then they're just going to see it as another event. But I think people are going to think it's sincere, but I think it's going to have a little bit more of a sincere theme if we take it to that level.
If we said, set a minimum, like you said, like a $5 minimum, $7 minimum, but we encourage you to donate however much you'd like. So having it known, it's a donation with a minimum to come to the event. I think that'd be good. Just because then if I'm a 19, 20-year-old, I just graduated I just left Cerritos, or man, I'm just living life. I don't really have
At Chili's.
I'm working at Chili's. I don't really have $25 to be spending on an event. Yeah. But if I'm an engineer, and I'm like, I could donate $100, and that $100 will cover maybe 3 or 4 other people.
Yeah, and so I'm willing. I'm committed to invest in this personally, so that we can have the social media team there, that we can get the proper coverage, and we can kind of highlight it as best we can, especially now that we have an Instagram for it. Like the next question I kind of have is, I've been going back and forth on this one. Like I don't know how many, if any, current Cerritos athletes I want to allow go. I don't like. Part of me wants to have a couple go, not just as free cheap labor, but it's like I want them to see. I don't want all of them, but I do the reason I don't want all of them is because I don't want to take the emphasis off of the alumni.
The intimacy of it.
Yeah. And then one thing I gotta say this because I'm gonna forget. I was hearing this because I invited some people to some meets throughout the year. I try to do some alumni reach out, and one thing, and I need you guys to talk about this as we start to kind of wrap up, is like say you dated somebody on the team, right? Okay. Say you dated old Sally, right? And it didn't go well, right? You're like, I don't want to go to that event because what if old Sally goes? Like, speak to that, like, because not everybody has, like I might have loved this group, but me and Caleb just, oh, Caleb, I don't want to see his face, right? He didn't friend me back on Instagram, or, you know what I mean? He stiffed me at Korean barbecue, whatever, right? Whatever Caleb did. There is potential, like I heard that enough to be aware of it. Like, so how would you speak on that?
In regards to the alumni who might not want to show up because maybe somebody they don't really get along with will show up, we're encouraging so many people to show up that there will be somebody there that you like and that you can enjoy. And where the presence of somebody else isn't necessarily going to bother you, or at least it shouldn't bother you. And I wouldn't want to lose the opportunity to see some people who I really love just because one person I don't really like is going to be there. Don't give them that power. This could be a really great opportunity for you to network, for you to connect, for you to learn about people that you really do know and love. So show up for them. Like, don't just show up for yourself. Show up for those around you who want to see you.
Yeah.
My mom just went to her 40th high school reunion, and she was surprised by the amount of people who were like, "Oh my gosh, Sharon, I'm so glad you're here." You're somebody I really wanted to see. And she was like, "I'm just a regular old lady." So there's gonna be people there that want to see you, that are hoping that you show up. So show up for them.
I love it.
Yeah, I also think it makes it feel like a family when we talk about it this way, where it's like, there's always that one person at the family reunion you avoid.
Uncle Disney.
But I also think with that, potential here to bring someone that isn't a Falcon to the event. Like, I could bring one of my closest friends. I'm like, hey, I think this would be really cool. I think you'll benefit from this. So I think that's a solution almost to that fear of I'm going to see someone I don't like. Like, you can bring whoever you want to the event, and if you think they're going to benefit from it, that can be the people you roll with. And then if you run into those people, I mean, you can kind of hide with that group, or you have that group to kind of regulate you. But at the same time, I think there's also more of a chance that you'll run into more people that you enjoy. Or it can be a shared friend. For example, let's say I wanted Ryan to go. You know? Ryan might go for me and Micah, and that could be the whole people we roll with the entire time. And that could just be the end of it. So I think it's a family thing also, but with family reunions, people bring in their friends all the time, and that kind of cuts it. Because you hear that all the time with weddings. Yeah. I don't want to go because of whatever else, birthday parties, whatever else. But I think normally when you don't feel comfortable with something, you can just bring someone along. And this is kind of like an insightful, enriching event. So you can kind of cut that with that purpose there.
Yeah. So now I gotta get your guys' perspective on how many, if any, current athletes should be able to attend.
I say when we were there, this is Mr. President. We had a captain's council, and the captain's council was a man and a woman from every event group. So a thrower, a sprinter, a jumper, and a distance runner, who made solid change in the track and field program. But they were leaders in their event groups. I would say that invite the captain's council. If you guys don't currently have a captain's council,
we got them.
Invite the captain's council.
Okay.
Because then it'll be like, that's a great opportunity for the captain's councils, those who have already shown that they can be leaders. And then it encourages those underclassmen or those people who want to be captains to step up and be leaders.
So they get a golden ticket.
Yep.
And I also think the captain's council, it might not matter depending on what our the minimum price is, but they can go in free. But if there's someone that's not on the captain's council that really wants to go, they would feel more intrinsically motivated to go. Yep. So if you're inviting these people for free, they're basically going for sure. It's basically a yes or no. There's nothing breaking it if they can go or not. But then let's say someone's looking at the outside and they're seeing that, hey, they're talking about planning to go to the event. I'm going to go to the event because I'm interested. But if you invite everyone, I think it's like the supply and demand. Yeah. Now it doesn't feel as niche as I can't describe the word, but like
exclusive.
It doesn't feel as exclusive. Yeah, it feels like, oh, everyone's going. I don't have to take it serious. I'm gonna show up in slides and basketball shorts. But it's like, man, these people are going. They're selected to go. Maybe this is really important. Yeah. And that gives them more of a reason. if they decide to go, they'll take it more serious. Rather than inviting everyone, they're going to see it as another just kickback and it's just chill, whatever else.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, captain's council, because obviously, yeah, those are individuals that were hand selected to be leaders, not just maybe from their peers, but also from the coaches. So yeah, they'll be great representatives and probably try to glean the most from those connections as well. How about as we start to wrap up, you know, any last thoughts on like what this means to you, and maybe, you know, throw a shout out or invite to at least 3 people that will not expect you to shout them out, but I need 3 people.
Okay. Final thoughts. I'm really looking forward to this. Me personally, I have an issue with like people swipe up on your story. Oh my gosh, it's so cool, and then they might invite you to one of their events, but then every time something comes, me and Michael were talking about this earlier today. Something comes up, it's like, ooh, well, I have a hair appointment that day, and I chipped my fingernail, and then it's every reason to come out. So I feel like this is like, you have no excuse here. This is just all or nothing there. And the 3 people I want to invite is Demir, Jamar, and Leah Fatalia and her boyfriend. They both have to go. That's one person. That's one.
It's a group.
This means a lot. I think that I hold the Cerritos, my time at Cerritos, very closely to my heart, and just an opportunity to go back and share some of those memories is huge. And so I'm gonna take every opportunity I can to make this as good as possible, so that it can be what it is for me, for those under me. So with that, Silas, I want Silas there. He was the guy I was gunning for like my whole time there, and so I like Silas to be there. Matthew Seawright, he was big and he was just huge in everything with my time at Cerritos. The level of support and love that he showed to the throw squad, especially around the time that Higgins passed away, he's got to be there. Oh, dang, this is good. JD, if you don't show up, I'm going to be so upset. JD, you need to be there.
Talking about Jasmine Davis?
Jasmine Davis needs to be there because I know she's going to be busy, but she needs to be there.
Okay.
While we're here, throw in the entire group. So that means Rihanna.
That relay team.
Bree, Crystal's got to be there.
Yes,
Yeah.
Crystal.
Kimora's got to be there.
Indeed.
Michelle's got to be there. Soph's got to be there. Whole
The
squad.
entire class. The
entire class. Jaheim.
The COVID class.
Jaheim's got to be there.
Yeah.
Ree's got to be there. Yeah, they're coming.
So, you know, it's funny because I'm thinking, I'm like, there was the kickoff group, which was when I first got there. Then I think about the Glory Days group, you know, like right before COVID. Then we had our COVID babies, right? It's like there's very distinct groups, and like we all have like our tumultuous stories and battles and little things. So no, I appreciate you guys, and with that, you know, that's kind of our little wrap session. I want to invite everybody. I'm dead serious when I say I want to see every Cerritos Falcon at this event. If you can't come, send a video about what you're up to and what you're doing, because if nothing else, I want to create some kind of a little, slideshow or little reveal movie, whatever it may be, just because I want to hear from you. I want to see you. And regardless of anything else, for me personally, like, this is one of those things that track and field is beyond the sport. And I pour so much into our student athletes, and to be able to see them kind of blossom and grow and do all these things. But at the end, you know, what I'm looking at is there's so many connections that need to be made. Like, I wish I had these connections. Like, as I was becoming and blossoming into a young man, I wish I was able to call back on Falcons 5-10 years before me, whether it's just because the relatable experience is something that you cannot fake. Mm-hmm. And I think I would say it a little bit different than university in this way, because everybody going there almost not just has like a chip on their shoulder, but also, I think we do a good job as a community to like force the best out of everyone. And so everyone's tested. It doesn't matter who you are, if you're the state qualifier or not a state qualifier, you're going to get tested, in every way. And I think it's such a growing point for everybody's life. But again, want to see everybody there. Hopefully you can make it. And again, make sure that you share this, okay? That is the most important thing. This message cannot go anywhere unless you share it. And so there might be individuals that are not linked up to our Instagram. Make sure you share my contact information if they're not on social media so that we can get them a proper invite to our 2025 Falcon Track and Field Cross Country Gala. Going to be December 11th, okay? Venue TBD. All right, so we'll keep you posted. Thanks.